The everyday, that's the rub. Getting dressed for a special occasion can be fun, so we don't mind putting in the effort. But getting dressed for your everyday, that's a little more challenging. So today I'm sharing 5 great fall outfits that are perfect for your everyday. I've also got a dozen style hacks that are going to help you pull those looks together. Hello ladies, and welcome to today's video. My name is Kay and this is Dress for My Day. I'm so glad that you are joining me today, especially if you're a woman over 50, because that's who I focus on. I really want to help women over 50 to get dressed for our day in a way that feels modern and fresh and helps us to show up our very best, putting our best foot forward every day, because I think we're worth it. Today's video is sponsored by Talbots, and I always love working with Talbots. It's a brand that I've been shopping for years, since I was a teenager. My mom loves to shop Talbots, my daughter does too. We're just a Talbots family. And in fact, they do have something for everyone. They have a variety of styles, but they also have a wide range of sizes. And they come in petites, misses, plus, and plus petites. And of course, we know the quality at Talbots is great too. They have been dressing women for over 75 years. In fact, they are the original New England brand that helps women get dressed in style, look polished, and pulled together. Talbots also features a lot of color, and today you're going to see a lot of beautiful colors that are perfect for fall and winter. I do have those dozen style hacks to share with you today too. These are the difference makers. This is the difference between wearing clothes and putting an outfit together. These are going to help you look polished and pulled together even for every day, because every day really does matter, and it's worth showing up for. Throughout today's video, I'm going to show you outfits that are going to begin a little undone, and then I'm going to talk about how I've put them together with those style hacks, and then I'll itemize each of the pieces that are from Talbot so that you'll know a little bit more about fit and just what I like about them. You'll be able to shop everything I show through the links below in the description box, so scroll on down, click on that word more, and open that description box up, and you'll find the links to the items I'm showing you. But you can also shop these in my LTK shop, where you can see everything and shop it so easily. So I'll give you a link to that too, and be sure to download the LTK app while you're there. I upload all of my outfits to the LTK app, and so that's an easy way to find anything that maybe I've shown you in the past. Without further ado, let's get going on those 5 outfits. The first outfit is what I'm calling a modern work outfit. Now, especially if you work somewhere that doesn't require some kind of corporate dress code, maybe it's a more relaxed dress code, or hey, even if you do volunteer work occasionally, this is a sharp looking outfit that also has a youthful modern edge to it. I'm wearing a graphic tee under a cardigan with some ankle-length trousers and loafers. But let's pull it together real quick, and then I'll tell you about each of those pieces. We're going to pull this together with a few style hacks. First of all, we are going to tuck that top and belt it. Look, even if you have an oval or rectangle shape where you don't have a defined waistline, and even if you have a fuller tummy, this is a great time to tuck your top, because wearing that cardigan loosely over your outfit is going to give you the illusion of a more slender look than maybe you even have. It's actually going to make you look like you have a waist, even if you really don't. So go ahead and take advantage of that. Tuck in that top and add a belt. Adding a belt is so smart. Anytime you add a little bit of hardware to your outfit, it elevates your look exponentially. So that belt is really smart here. The second style hack I want to mention is simply wearing that graphic tee as a choice here. A style hack really is just a style choice. And instead of wearing just a solid t-shirt, I am wearing a simple graphic t-shirt. Now this one's from my closet. It's not from Talbot's, but they do have some really fun graphic tees right now to choose from that I can link you below. I've just chosen one that has black and white print on it, so it's not really distracting. It adds just a little bit of interest there. I love that pared back look, but it has a modern edge to it. The third style hack that I'm going to do here though is we want to go ahead and do something about those sleeves. Why? Well, as long as you can, as long as you're not cold, I think it's so smart to show a little bit of your wrist. Exposing a little bit of your wrist or forearm is actually going to make your waist look more slender. I know, it's interesting, but just showing that little bit of skin on that part of your body visually is going to make you look more slender. So it's just a smart thing to do. It also just looks a little bit more interesting, but there's a method to it. What I suggest is that you start at the top. Don't just push your sleeves up from the wrist. Start at the top and get a little texture like I've done here today. Some of it's probably gone down, but you want a little texture up at your upper arms too. A little fullness there, and then pull your sleeves up from that point. And that's just going to give you more of a natural look. It just looks a little better. It also is going to keep your sleeves up better. Now, another thing you can do is get like a hair scrunchie, a little hair tie, an invisible one that doesn't show, and tuck it into some of the folds of that shirt sleeve down towards the bottom, and that will help keep it up too. I didn't have one handy, so I didn't do that today, but that's certainly something you can do. Just getting that sleeve up off your wrist though is a smart style hack. Doesn't take long, so easy, so effortless, but it makes a big difference in your look. Let's talk about those pieces. Those pants are a great little modern straight leg, high waist ankle pant. They are a tweedy wool blend fabric. They feel so good, true to size, and I just love this silhouette. Perfect for work or even casual days. The cardigan is soft, it has a good bit of stretch in it. So wearing it over something like I've done here, I really like it true to size, but if you're going to wear it buttoned up and by itself, then you might want to size down. My loafers are also from Talbot's. They're a beautiful deep burgundy Napa leather, so a nice soft leather. They have a horse bit detail, so on trend right now. Anything equestrian is really on trend this year, so it's a fun little detail. They feel really good right out of the box, true to size. So that's a great outfit for work, but I could also definitely see myself wearing it to church, maybe out to lunch with friends, to book club, to what have you. Just an everyday, elevated outfit for fall. My second outfit is one that really is for every day, even if you're just running errands or you're spending time with the grandkids, but also perfect for those fall outings like leaf peeping or apple picking. Really great outfit. I'm wearing a fleece top here with a little bit of stretch, so fun, and a pretty green, and some brown full-length corduroys with a little bit of a flare at the bottom, and I do have on some brown loafers. Let's put that outfit together and then I'll tell you the details of those pieces. We're going to pull this outfit together first of all by giving it a little front tuck. A front tuck is another great style hack that will help you define where your waist is without necessarily exposing your waist. So I didn't even wear a belt here. I didn't want to add that bulk. So I want to kind of make that top lap over the waistband just a little bit. So I've just given it a little bit of a front tuck, try to make sure everything lays flat in there, and then lap it over a little bit. You know, just zhoosh it, play with it. What I have found is that all of these style hacks take a little bit of time, not a lot, but a little bit of time and effort. But then for the rest of the day, you get the dividends. So that front tuck makes a big difference. Of course, we do want to scrunch up those sleeves, once again, starting at the top and then pulling them up, showing a little bit of the forearm. And then the next style hack that I'm showing here is I've added a little scarf to my brown shoulder bag. Now, my brown shoulder bag is just one from my wardrobe, but I've added this pretty scarf from Talbot's. It's autumn leaves. It's a wool scarf with a little bit of sparkle in it too. Just so lovely. It's going to be pretty around my neck also at other times, but I love this little detail, just adding it to that bag. My loafers here are also Talbot's. They are a lug sole leather loafer. They have some croc embossing at the top. They feel so good, nice cushion insoles there. Just a really nice shoe, and it does feel great right out of the box, and it's true to size. It's in a walnut brown, which is the same color, in fact, as those corduroy pants. The cords do come in other colors. They fit true to size. They're just such a great cord. I love that their corduroy has a little bit of a stretch to it. I find that Talbot's corduroy pants are just some of the best out there. In fact, they're the ones I always wear. I always wear Talbot's corduroy pants. They're just my favorites. For my next outfit, I'm wearing some trouser jeans from Talbot's, and I've topped them with a beautiful green sweater. I think this is a cotton blend sweater, and underneath it I have a denim shirt also from Talbot's. Now I've already started this look with a couple of those style hacks in place. I do have the shirt completely tucked, and the sweater has a front tuck, and then I have belted this look. I just think it pulls it together really nicely, really elevates it, especially with those trouser jeans. I think that's just such a smart move. But the first style hack I want to mention is simply layering something underneath your pullover sweater. That's so on trend, but it really does add depth and dimension and just interest to your outfit. So you could also just add a t-shirt underneath this sweater. I think maybe a v-neck t-shirt would work really nicely, but I pulled a crew neck t-shirt from my drawer, and just to show you what that would look like underneath this sweater. It adds some brightness, it pulls some attention up towards my face. I think it's a really nice look too. But let's get back to that denim shirt layered underneath the sweater, because there's just something about a denim or chambray shirt layered underneath the sweater that looks so fallish to me, and also just adds that nice texture, just a little bit more depth to the look, just really sharp. So that's my next style hack, is just to layer that shirt underneath your sweater. Now we're going to do something with the sleeves again. We want to show a little bit of that wrist and potentially the forearm if we can get it on up there. So the temptation, at least for me, would be to cuff the sleeves of the sweater and then to cuff over that the sleeves of the shirt. But instead, remember, we want a little bit of fullness up in the top of the arm. So I'm going to pull the sleeve of that sweater up, and then I'm going to pull the cuff, or fold over the cuff of the shirt over the end of that sweater sleeve. I just think it gives a little bit more texture to the look. It makes it where the sweater doesn't look too tight on me. It just looks a little bit fuller, a little bit more casual, just a little bit more effortless, and yet we've put a little effort in there too. Now I've actually got two more style hacks I want to add to this outfit. I'm going to add a colored bag to this outfit, and yes, I do think that's a style hack. So you could certainly just carry a neutral bag, but anytime you add a color to your outfit, whether it's in your shoes, your belt, or your bag, you're definitely making a choice. And remember, style hacks are just choices. So it's just a smart choice here. It just kind of compounds that color. It pulls out the color in the sweater. It's not the exact same color. This bag, like I said, is not from Talbot's. It's just one that's in my wardrobe already, one that I love wearing whenever I get the chance. And I think it works really nicely here. It's kind of a play on that color without being the exact same color. Adds a little depth of color to the outfit. Another thing that we're going to do is add a coat in a color, in fact, in a plaid. So once again, I could just reach for my black puffer jacket or my camel coat or something, but adding a colored coat specifically here in this beautiful plaid is going to add dimension to the outfit. So here's something I want to mention about color. When I'm putting together an outfit in color, generally I like to add just one pop of color. But the most I'm going to add, for the most part, is have a combination of 3 colors. And when you do have 3 colors, I think a smart way to do it is to have one dominant color. It's like a color that you're wearing head to toe. It's like the background. Maybe it's the neutral that's really pulling everything together. In this case, that would be the denim blue that I'm wearing in the shirt and in my jeans. Then we have the focal color. That's the color that's predominant in the outfit. It's really pulling the attention. You see it. There's that green sweater. And then we have an accent color. Here, the accent color would be the lavender that's in the sweater. It's the embroidered flowers on the sweater is the lavender. Now I've added some more of that color in the coat, and I've added more of that focal color with my bag. So it's really pulled it all together without looking busy. It doesn't look disjointed. It doesn't look like I have too much color, because indeed I'm only wearing 3 colors. So just really tightly pulls it all together. So pulling up those sleeves and rolling over that cuff, and then adding a colored bag and adding a coat that's also colored, and in this case has a plaid print to it, are more style hacks to pull this look together. Let's briefly talk about each of those pieces. That trouser jean runs true to size. Remember, I'm 5'8". It's a really nice length on me, but it does come in petites also. That sweater is so yummy. It feels so good. It works beautifully by itself, but also, of course, layers over something nicely. Especially for a generous fit, to layer it, I would definitely go true to size like I've done here with a medium. But if you are going to wear it by itself, then you might want to size down. I did size down in the coat to a small. I thought the medium was a little too generous. It kind of just overwhelmed me a little bit. So I decided to go with the small here. I love this look from Talbot's. These colors are just beautiful. Oh, and by the way, I can wear this sweater and this shirt, of course, too, underneath that coat also. It just looks really beautiful. Let's move on to outfit number 4. Is one of my favorite, just really everyday outfits. This is what I would just absolutely wear on any given day, but it's also perfect for a book club, maybe volunteering somewhere. So many ways you could wear this. I'm again wearing those trouser jeans. I have on a white t-shirt, and then I have on one of Talbot's corduroy shirts over it. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love their corduroy shirts. This one comes in several colors, and I think they're going fast. I hope they're still available when I get this video out to you. It feels so good. It's not too heavy, not too light, just the perfect corduroy, especially if you want to tuck it. You absolutely can because it's a lightweight fabric, but it definitely holds its own and has a beautiful drape. This one is in, I'm not really sure the name of the color, but it's kind of a purpley plum, just so lovely. Now I've already, of course, tucked that shirt and belted those trouser jeans, but we do have something else we need to do, and that is to get those sleeves up off my wrist. This time, just to show you a different style hack, we're going to do that more tailored cuffing of the sleeves. And so what you want to do here is roll up or turn up actually the cuff of the sleeve. First you're going to unbutton it, of course, completely. I turn up the cuff of that sleeve going past the place where the cuff is sewn onto the fabric. You want to show a little bit of the sleeve fabric going past that with the cuff. Then you take that fabric, because it's thinner, and you're going to roll it up once over the cuff, just nice and neat. Now you do have to work with this a little bit. You're going to carefully, patiently go around the cuff, just tucking in the sleeve inside that cuffed area. It's going to give you a really nice tailored look there. It doesn't have to be perfect still by any means. You want a little bit of an effortless vibe, so don't overthink it and overdo it. But once again, spending a little time here is going to give you dividends all day. Not only does it look great all day, but it's going to stay in place this way. It's going to stay really nicely, I think you'll find. Just a really nice look, and it definitely exposes the wrist, pulls this whole look together. Now, another thing I've done here is I've tied another little scarf to my bag, this time a little leopard print scarf that's perfect also for putting around your neck or even in your hair. It is from Talbot's. I'll link it below. Hopefully it's still available. So just added that to my bag. I am wearing those brown loafers again. All just pulls together really nicely for a perfect everyday casual outfit. For my final outfit, I am again wearing those trouser jeans, this time with a turtleneck shirt from Talbot's and one of their barn jackets, one of their quilted barn jackets. I've got 2 more style hacks to talk to you about with this outfit too before I detail each of those pieces. First of all, let's talk about how to roll that turtleneck. Generally, we would think we need to turn the turtleneck outwards, like, roll it down. But this can sometimes cause problems as throughout the day that those little ends of the turtleneck, then they kind of pop up and this and that. It looks uneven in places. So the solution is to roll it in. That actually gives you a much more polished look, and it's beautiful. Now here's a little secret. If for some reason you get some makeup or something on that turtleneck that way, then just flip it the other way. And you can wear it the other way just as well, and that will give you a nice fresh collar. But really, ideally, I think it looks really nice to roll your turtleneck in instead of out. Give it a try and see what you think about that. And my final style hack is one of my favorite formulas I've probably shared with you many times before, and that is simply to double up the color in your top and in your jacket. So here my turtleneck is a pretty red color. It's kind of a barn red or something, I think. I'm not really sure what they call it. It's kind of a almost like a burgundy red, a really deep red, and it is paired with that walnut brown. So a really pretty color. It actually matches those corduroy pants too, by the way, really nicely. But because I was wearing so much color here, I decided to go with the jeans instead. And the barn jacket that I'm wearing over that turtleneck is that same red. Anytime you double up the exact same color, or at least really close up top, it just gives your outfit a real punch. It looks so intentional, just really powerful. And so it just, intention, thought, those things come across as chic. So when you do this, when you pair up the color in your top and in your jacket, it's just a really smart way to go. It's why every time I buy a jacket, if at all possible, I buy a top in the same color to go underneath it. Now they may have a turtleneck or a top in this same color, but I opted for the striped here because a stripe is just always so fun and so on trend and automatically adds interest to your outfit. Let's talk about each of those pieces real quick. The only thing I think I have left to talk about are the turtleneck, which does indeed fit true to size. It's a nice lightweight layering turtleneck, so really perfect for laying underneath things. And then that barn jacket is quilted. It's a really nice fabric, so silky soft, just a beautiful jacket. It does have corduroy trim in a different color brown, kind of a caramel brown all the way around. So lovely. I just love the details that Talbot's adds to their clothes like that. It does have functional pockets. They snap closed, or you can unsnap them and use them for your hands or to keep possessions in. So really functional there. It does snap up all the way up the front too. Just a really great jacket. So great look, I think, for things like apple picking or a bonfire or, going through a corn maze with the grandkids. All of those fun things. Talbot's really helps you get dressed for the everyday, and I hope these style hacks have also helped you. Remember, every day is worth getting dressed for and pulling ourselves together a little bit. Don't forget to check below to shop any of the things that you might have been interested in. Thank you so much to Talbot's for sponsoring today's video, and thank you for being here with me. If you've enjoyed today's video, give me a thumbs up on your way out. That's always so helpful, and I really appreciate it. All right, ladies, you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you again next week. Bye now.